If you can solve these problems, you're good enough to be 26Q. And today, we're going to go through the entire time trial on goproblems.com on the 26Q level. Now let's get started. 26Q, here we go. Black to play. What should black do? So look at that. Black has 2 liberties. White has 3 liberties. If black feels a liberty from here, white can capture you. So you have to be very, very careful where you feel white's liberty. If you feel the liberty here, white can block and Atari your 2 black stones. So the correct move is feel the liberty on the outside. Whenever there's a capturing race, you always take the liberty on the outside. In this position, white has 2 liberties. These 2 stones are in Atari and these 2 stones are in Atari as well. What should you do? Which one should you save? Well, if you save this one, white can capture here and everything's going to die. So the best move in this position is to save these 2 stones and then capture these white stones. This one's obvious. If you can't get this one correct, you probably need to go back to 30Q. Connect everything together is the right move. Now, what should white do in this position? If white simply captures this stone, you've fallen for black's trap. Black is going to Atari, and these 5 stones will get captured, which means every single white stone is dead. White should capture the more important stones, which are these 2 black stones. Atari, and capture these 2 stones. Now white is safe, and white has 2 eyes. In this position, black's turn to play. These 3 stones are isolated. These are strong. You should capture these 2 white stones instead. Atari, Atari, and capture these 4 white stones. Now this is a deceiving one. If you capture over here, white's going to take your eyes. So in this position, white already has no liberties remaining. So if white plays over here, that becomes an illegal move. And black still has two liberties. Therefore, the correct move in this position is black simply connect. You wait for white to play on T15. Once white plays T15, then you capture these 2 stones. And before white plays T15, no matter what white plays around here, you can play elsewhere and ignore whatever white does. In this position, where is white's weakness? Yeah, it's 1 stone. Just simple capturing tactic. Look at this position. Black has a fake eye. White's not captured yet. But we cannot let white make an eye, because if white has an eye, we don't have an eye in Go. Real eye versus fake eye in a capturing race, the real eye is going to win. Therefore, we need to break the eye, and this becomes a co-fight. This position, many beginners don't know that there is a hidden tactic here. They might think, oh, this stone is captured, it's in a net. But if you look more carefully, you'll see that black's liberties are actually very, very tight. These 3 stones have only 2 liberties. These 2 stones have only 3 liberties. And if we take this liberty, and black connects, then we capture the whole thing. So that is the right way. If you can find this in your actual game, you've gained yourself about 10 points. Very straightforward. Black has an eye. How can white break this eye? Yeah, take this point, push, cut, and make this eye a false eye. If black captures, you should know by 26Q that once black captures here, this becomes a false eye. Another straightforward puzzle. Black to play to make 2 eyes. Make an eye on A19. White tries to break the eye, we capture that stone. White threatens these 2 black stones, we connect, and this group is completely alive. Oh, what should black do? White wants to live. But white can make an eye here, and white can make an eye over here. White can make 2 eyes over here. So if we break this eye, white plays eye 18, and white has 2 eyes. So the first thing you need to do is break white's 2 eyes here first. And you might think, okay, if you go here, what if white plays T18? Then you can capture a T19. Therefore, this is the right way. White plays T18 and white falls into our trap. Pretty obvious, capture these 2 white stones. 3 liberties. Which move do you play? Where's the right way to capture? Well, if you go over here and over here, you let white run away. Therefore, this is the right way. You close the doors together. You make your stones go and close the doors together. And if white tries to escape, you block white from escaping, and these white stones are captured. Another fairly simple puzzle. Black has 1 eye, white needs a break, and not let black make 2 eyes. So you see, if black captures here, black has 2 eyes. So what should white do? Yeah, simply connects. Basically, this is like very simple prophylaxis. In this position, black needs to make 2 eyes, and both sides are symmetrical, which means when both sides are symmetrical, you should play the move that is in the middle. And the middle point in this position is to make 2 eyes. So therefore, these 2 are wrong. this one is the right way. If white connects, try to break our eye, we save the eye. And if white captures over here, captures our 2 stones, we can capture back at L18. If white captures a Q18, we'll capture back at R18. Now this becomes basic shapes. How do you make a dead shape in this position so that when your opponent captures it, they are still dead? The right way is make this Tetris looking shape. Okay, this is a fairly simple puzzle. These black stones are strong. These 2 black stones are strong. So in this puzzle, the one thing you need to identify is this white stone already captured? And the answer is yes. There is no threat at the moment. This stone cannot run away. Therefore, you need to find the best move in this position, which is for black to protect this corner. White can push through in this direction, therefore black should block. And that is puzzle solved. Very, very simple puzzle. 2 stones in Atari, just connect. And then we can Atari and use a net to capture these 3 white stones. In this position, you can use a ladder or a net. Both are okay and alright ways to capture these white stones. Look at these 5 stones. They're very abandoned. So what do you need to do? How do we save that? Well, I'll give you a clue. If white plays any of 1, 2, 3, all of these 5 stones will be dead, and white is going to gain about 20 points of territory. Therefore, black should push, capture this stone, and when black captures this stone, this keystone, the entire group is connected together. So when white cuts over here, black can capture and everything is connected. Final puzzle. Can you find it? Yeah, you should see that puzzle in about 2 seconds. Where's the vital point? What is your first instinct, your first intuition? Yeah, white can make 2 eyes at S19. Therefore, black can play S19 and destroy white's eyes. I'm going to do it once again, and I will go through this puzzle in a slightly faster pace. So, this position, these 4 white stones are only 2 liberties, so simply we can Atari and then capture. This puzzle, if we capture over here, this is a trap. If we capture over here, white gets to pull away and white can break our eye. So, in this position, we need to capture the entire 3 white stones. So when you're doing life and death, you need to calculate 2 to 3 moves. Between 20 to 30 Q life and death puzzles, 2 to 3 move calculation is what you need to do. Go here, and this group is completely, these 3 stones are completely dead, and black is alive. White has 3 liberties, black has 2 liberties. There's no way these 4 white stones will win the capturing race against these 4 white stones. Therefore, black should connect these stones back together. Next puzzle. If white plays a middle point, or if white cuts, black is in trouble. So, again, this position is a symmetrical shape. And what should black do? Black should play the middle point, which is 2-2 or S18. And if you know this shape in the corner, 2-2 point is one of the safest moves in the corner to make your stones and your group alive. Very good foundation puzzle. In this position, these 3 black stones are about to get captured. How do we save them? Yeah, we can play D1. If white plays C1, we capture at D3. So therefore D1 and C1, we connect these stones back together. Now in this position, this group, this black group, and these black stones are all separated. But these 3 white stones have only 2 liberties. What should you do to capture these 3 white stones? If you capture the 3 white stones, everything is connected. Therefore, just Atari over here and capture these 3 white stones. I'll show you the best way and the okay-ish way. Okay, so if you want to live in the corner in this kind of position, you can use an Atari and live in the corner, but that's not the best result. So the best result, because the reason that's not the best result is because the best result, you can actually connect these 4 stones to your corner stones. Therefore, black should use a throw in, make white capture, and white is in a shortage of liberties. Your aim is to capture these keystones. Now black can Atari and capture. In this position, 2 eyes. How did black make 2 eyes? Yeah, go over here and make 2 eyes. Next puzzle, how can black break white's 2 eyes? So this group is already dead. This group, white can make 2 eyes. So we capture this group first and then capture this group. Beautiful. How can black make 2 eyes? Well, you make 2 tiger's mouths. You don't let white go here and break your eyes. Protect. Next puzzle, how can white break this? Break black's eyes? We've done that. Go here, cut, and then throw in. In this position, what can white do? In Go, you have to think about not just killing or saving everything, but playing the most efficient move. If you just save these 2 white stones, black is going to cut. So the correct move in this position is white should play a tiger's mouse. Next, black's turn to play. What should black do? Obviously, this stone is cut apart. They are not connected. So black should cut the stone and everything is connected together. If white plays here, black's dead. So how do you prevent white from playing this move? Yeah, you take away white's liberty on the outside. So now when white plays this move, black can capture at q16. Now in this position, white to play. How can white make two eyes? So it looks like white can make an eye over here, eye over here, and eye over here. But the sequence of the moves really matter. If you make an eye over here from the sides, black can push in the middle to split your group apart. So therefore, that is a wrong way. So if you have three positions where you can make an eye, the middle, making the eye in the middle is the most important. Because if you make an eye in the middle, black can take the eye from the top or at the bottom. You can just make the eye on the other side. So take the eye over here. If black plays A, you can play B. Very simple way of thinking. So if you think about like this kind of game, I don't know if you call it game theory or like basic intuition or basic logic, you will get this puzzle correct. And in this position, how can black break white's eyes? Well, simply reduce white's eye space from the outside and push in. What can black do? How can black gain some profit? Yeah, Atari find white's weakness and capture this corner. And in this position, what should black do? Yep, throw in Atari, and this becomes a false eye. If I capture these two stones, white only has one eye. This is a capturing race. And the most tempting move in this position is for black to capture at q19. But if white follows up with p19, that becomes a seki, which means both groups are alive. This group and this group. So black has one move that can capture the entire white stones, which is p19. White connect and black captures everything. And the final puzzle, this is another symmetrical puzzle. So what's the rule of symmetry? You play the middle point. There's only two middle points, T19 and S18. Now, everyone watching, what is the right logic here? Obviously, cutting at S18 and then descending at S19. Very simple. Now, if you guys want to improve your Go at a structured way, we have 40 hours of content in Go Genius. It is structured paths to bring you from a beginner to double-digit Q to single-digit Q Go level. Join Go Genius below. I'll see you guys in 25Q.